When you get married, each partner marries into an extended family. While you may not have to see them every day, you definitely make an impression in their lives in some way. It feels good to get to know the people important to your partner, and who watched her grow into the person they are. That's why when Christy met Davis, she was a little confused about why he didn't bring her around the family more. Davis came from a very large family, whereas Christy didn't, and always craved the sense of community that family brings. Christy continued to date for 2 years, and Davis eventually proposed. His proposal was thoughtful, beautiful, and private, with neither side of the family present. Christy was elated to be Davis's fiancée. Christy immediately wanted to plan an engagement party, but Davis was completely against it. He did not want to parade each other around showing off an engagement ring. Christy tried to explain that it was so much more than that, but Davis wouldn't budge. Christy opted to have breakfast with her mother, aunt, and grandmother to share the great news. She just wishes she had her soon-to-be husband by her side, along with the people who loved him, too. Fast forward 5 years and Christy is still no more in touch with her husband's family. They inquire about her, but she never sees them in person. Christy and Davis have their own set of friends, and Davis is even friendly with Christy's family to an extent, but they never made plans with his family. Some of these family members live in the same town they live in, but whenever there is a family event, Davis goes alone. Christy starts to feel like Davis is secretly ashamed of her and starts building insecurities as to why that could be. Instead of letting her mind go into a spiral about the issue, she asks her husband why he never brings her to any of the family functions. She's worried there's something he does want her to know about him. Davis said that he just prefers to keep his life at home private, since it is what he cherishes most, and that his relationship with his family is complicated. Christy tries to understand this, but feels like there is more to it, because he visits with his sister and his mother at least once a week. Christy decides she is going to follow him one day. She has to see with her own 2 eyes how he interacts with them, because they seem cordial enough over the phone. Christy waited a few weeks until the question she asked him was far back in his memory, and then followed him when he said he was leaving to have dinner with his mother. What Christy saw was confusing. She recognized Davis' mother, but she had a young boy with him who looked no older than 8 years old. The little boy ran up and hugged Davis, and his mother stood on the porch, happily waving them all in. Davis said his sister didn't have any children, so who was this child? And why was he so excited to see Davis, rather than cause a scene by showing up unannounced? Christy drove back home, and patiently waited for Davis to come home. Davis was home within the next 2 hours, and he stepped inside to find Christy waiting on the sofa. A look of bewilderment was on her face, and she was about to ask about the boy, but then Davis let her know that he saw her drive away. He already knew that she knew for the first time. She looked behind him to find that the little boy that ran into Davis's arms standing silently while holding Davis's hand. Davis confirmed what she already knew and said his name was Noah, and that Noah's mother hasn't been in his life since he was born. He further explained that his mother raised Noah for the most part, because the family agreed at the time it would be what was best for him. Davis said that he didn't want to bring Christy around his family, because he needed to find the right time to tell her about Noah first before someone else could mention it. Christy felt deflated. She couldn't believe that he could lie about something so big and then expect her to flow with it. He had the entire time before they got married to tell her about him. Davis asked for Christy's forgiveness, but she felt this tore their trust to shreds. If only he trusted her enough to tell her, she could have been a mother to the boy, or at the least built a bond with him, but Davis didn't give her the chance. Christy swiftly packed her bags and went to stay with her mother. She needed time to think about the huge lie he told their entire marriage. Do you think Christy should forgive Davis and accept his child? Or do you think she should move on since the trust is broken? What side do you land on? Please like, follow, comment, and share if you enjoy my content. Peace and love be with you.